All right, hello and welcome to this very first playthrough of Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. Last time we played through Chapter 14, Stairway to Heaven, and now we're going to play through Chapter 15, whatever that one's called. I started to do this already once, and as soon as the chapter loaded, the game crashed. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. What was it called? Oh yeah, Per Aspera ad Strata. Right here, the game just crashed. I didn't even see the Oyster Bay part. So that was weird. Hopefully... Alright, we got through it, though.
Things were bad, and they were only gonna get worse. The truth was gonna come out sooner or later. And then we were gonna have Falcone after us, along with the Chinese and Vinci. This wasn't how I imagined it when we were starting out. I dreamed of money, cars, women, respect, freedom. I guess I ended up getting all that, more or less. But along with it came prison, living in constant fear, and the blood of my friends. I ducked it as long as I could, but it was finally catching up with me. It was all just a matter of time.
Yep, things are looking pretty bad.
Yeah, hello.
Vito. Yeah, it's Eddie. Listen, I need you to...
Let me guess. You need me to come by right away, and I should bring a gun.
For once I don't. Carlo wants to see you over at the planetarium.
Did he say what it was about?
Nope. Better head over there now, though. Don't want to keep the man waiting. Yeah, see you, Vito.
It's a setup. We're gonna get whacked. Right? I would have skipped town. I would have already, as soon as I found out that they even had an idea that I was involved in all that stuff with the Chinese, I would have left town. I would have gotten whatever money I could to get together. I would have taken that $25K that we gave to the loan shark, and I would have left. I would have left the country. That's enough. That's enough to get you started somewhere.
Can you get in, please?
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Hey, old man, what are you doing back?
Just get in the damn car. Now.
And you are...
This is our friend, Mr. Chu.
Alright, so what the hell's going on? What is this?
This is about you. You fucked up good, didn't you? Started a fucking war.
Got no idea what you're talking about.
Don't fuck with me, boy. I've probably forgotten more about this business than you'll ever learn. Half our guys are dead. Half of Mr. Chu's guys are dead. And now the feds are breathing down everybody's necks. Because of you.
Leo, listen.
You listen. If it wasn't for me, you would have already been taken care of. So you're gonna listen to what I have to say, and you're gonna listen good. What you did in Chinatown, that was because of that cocksucker Henry, right? You know who he was working for when he died?
You mean when he was butchered?
He was working for the feds. He was a fucking rat. That's why Mr. Chu's people did what they did. That's why the feds are going after Carlo now. But I don't forget my friends, Vito. You did for me, so I did for you. I called in a few favors. Got you one chance to make this right.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're gonna get rid of Carlo. It was all a favor.
And if I refuse?
You die. Frank and the rest of the commission want you dead. So does Mr. Chu. And to top it all off, you vouched for a rat. You think Carlo's gonna let that slide? You're a dead man walking.
When?
Now. Every minute we wait is another minute we give to the feds. He's holed up at that observatory of his. You know something's up. Carlo Falcone is a lot of things, but stupid ain't one of them.
All right. Stop the car.
Remember, kid, this is your last chance.
Why did we not just leave town? We knew this was going to happen. I mean, he was just talking about it in the cutscene. It's just a matter of time before things catch up with me. He had $26,000, however much it was. $60,000. He had $60,000 with what Joe had. Yesterday, could have got on a bus, went across the country, been on a plane to fucking Fuji, the other side of the world before they would even had any idea. Japan was the first place that jumped into my mind, but where would I go? If I was in his situation and I had to leave the country and I needed to go somewhere that I knew would be safe, where would I go? Where are we go? Where are we walking to? Oh god, we gotta go all the way up here. Alright, let's steal a car. I wouldn't go to England or Ireland or Australia, because those places cooperate with the US and I could get extradited. Well, I guess I'm not in trouble with... Well, no, I am in trouble with the cops, but that's not why I'm running. I feel like... I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it'd be easier to find me in those places. I feel like I need to go somewhere a little bit more remote. But I'm not going anywhere in Central America. Maybe South America? Brazil? Brazil would be nice. I guess it's not about extradition. It's just about whether criminals can find me. Japan seems really attractive. I'm not much of a traveler. I don't really have any interest in it. But if I had to go somewhere that wasn't the United States, Japan would be up there. Maybe Ireland? If I'm running from the Italian mob, Ireland is not the worst place to be. Of course, what's life like for an Italian in Ireland in 1950? Maybe that would be a bad choice. Let's assume for the sake of the argument that I am just who I am, and I'm not Italian. For this kind of thing. I need to run away from the mob. I don't think I'd feel safe in Ireland. It feels too close somehow, too accessible. Maybe Iceland? Ooh. Iceland would be nice. Or, it's really cold up there in Scandinavia, though. I was thinking like Norway or Sweden. I don't know, it's a tough call. There's always like Germany or like another like France, Spain. I don't have much interest in those places, honestly. All right, here we are.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, Vito. The boss wants to see you.
Good. I want to see him, too.
One thing, though, Vito. I gotta take your gun.
Yeah, all right. Here you go.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're gonna kill you as soon as you finish this job anyway, dude. I wouldn't have even come here. Auto aim, don't fuck with me right now, please. God damn it. Alright, concentrate. Concentrate. If I just need to get out of town, I'd go to New York. But this basically is New York. Okay, that was horrible. Don't hide there. Don't hide there. Alright. God damn it, dude. Oh, fuck me. I didn't realize that guy was that close. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Alright. Head in the game, Nick. Do I not have a gun? Oh, for Christ's sake. Fucking auto aim. Damn it. Okay, are we good here? These guys are all using auto weapons, so I probably should be too. That way I won't ever run out of ammo. Okay. What's that gun? Is this all the ammo I can hold for this gun? Excuse me. Is that not what this is? Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, there's somebody above me. I bet I lost all that progress. Knowing this game's checkpoints, I bet I lost all that progress. Because I got shot in the fucking back. I still have no idea where that guy was. Still one up there. God damn it. Bullshit auto aim. Alright. Please don't fuck this up again, dude. Alright, so there's a dude that's gonna be, what, below you here? Or is he... Okay, I don't understand. Did I, like, run by somebody or something? Was there not a guy there a second ago? Okay. Who's shooting at me, and from where? This game really needs indicators that tell you if people are higher or lower than you are. It really makes it confusing when you don't have that. There's a guy right here, I think, yeah. Did I get him? Okay. Fucking auto aim, come on, dude. Work or don't. Work or don't, but stop acting like you're gonna work and then not. Alright, tell me this is a checkpoint, right? Mm-hmm. Good. We're going up or down? Oh shit. Oh fuck. There's nothing up, okay. Oh my god, hi! Okay, well, shit. That came out of nowhere. God damn it. Thank God there's a checkpoint here. That was dumb. No more. Shit. Fuck is this thing? God, the electric bill here must be insane.
You better kill this fucking guy before we run out of bullets. Wow, look who it is. This is who they send? This is an insult. What'd they tell you, Vito? Take care of me and all's forgiven? You really think they're just gonna let you walk after everything you did?
No.
Then again, chumps like you never do think about the big picture. But your buddy Joe understands, don't you, Joe?
What the fuck is this?
I could ask you the same question. Loyalty's a funny thing, huh, Vito? No such thing as friendship in this business. Didn't your old pal Leo teach you that while you're sucking his cock back in the can? You're just a fucking pawn, Vito. It's all you ever were. When are you gonna realize
Joe, you just gotta trust me.
that? You think I give a shit about the feds? All those tired old fucks on the commission? They're using you, Vito. Just like Clemente used you. Just like I used you. Just like that rat fuck Henry used you. You vouched for that piece of shit. Brought him into my house. And now, you dumb fuck, you're gonna pay for it. Now, Joe.
Hey, if you're gonna pull that trigger, do it already.
What are you waiting for?
Vito, let's shoot this cocksucker.
Remember what we talked
On
about,
tree.
Joe? You're gonna throw all
One.
that away? Do it!
2.
Now!
Oh, wrong gun. Ah, shit. Yeah, I know. You're still doing that, motherfucker. This regular ass handgun's the best gun in the game.
God damn it! Somebody kill these two psychos! You dumb bastard! You don't stand a chance! You can't kill them all!
You know how many people I killed just to get in here? I mean, I can't kill them all. That's like 5 dudes.
You really are insane, aren't you? I'm gonna enjoy watching you die.
Get flanked here. God damn it. Yeah, I got flanked. Alright, stay. I was about to say.
God damn it! Somebody kill these two psychos! You dumb bastard! You don't stand a chance! You can't kill them all!
Stay the fuck away from my sides, bitch. Once more.
You really are insane, aren't you? I'm gonna enjoy watching you die. Come on already! There's only 2 of them!
They don't just keep coming forever, do they? Kidding me?
Oh, I kinda miss this. Reminds me of my Prohibition days.
it down.
You know something, Carlo? For the last 10 years, all I done was kill. I killed for my country. I killed for my family. I killed anybody that got in my way. But this one's for me. Fuck you. Fucking prick.
I sure as hell hope you know what you're doing here.
Don't worry, I took care of it. You'll see. So, what was he talking about back there?
Nothing. He made me an offer, that's all.
Yeah, I figured out that much. What kind of offer?
He wanted me to whack you. Said he'd make me a capo. Give me my own crew. You know, pretty much everything I ever wanted.
Yeah? So why the hell didn't you do it?
Remember that $5 you owe me?
No.
What the
do
hell
not.
is this?
It's all right, Joe.
Is it done?
It's done.
All right, then. Looks like a celebration is in order. Come on. Let's head to the cat house.
Sounds good to me.
Come with me, Vito. There's more we need to talk about.
All right, we'll see you over there.
Can't be as simple as that.
All right. So what's the big secret?
That's the guy from the prison, the boxer.
Hey, what the hell's going on? Where they taking Joe?
Sorry, kid. Joe wasn't part of our deal.
Is that going to be the end? No, right? There's got to be some more. Give me a little bit more information. Give me a little bit more information. Wow. Made man. Finish the story on medium or higher. Okay. Alright. Let's, we did it. That's credits, baby. Let's talk about the ups and downs of Mafia 2 here. And before we do, just real quick, bottom center of the screen says that we've beaten 98 games in 2024 and 545 since we started doing this in 2020. Lies, all lies. We've now beaten 99 games in 2024 and 546 since we started doing this in 2020. Let's go. All right. So yeah, let's talk about the pros and cons of this game. And specifically, I want to talk about the pros and cons of this game against the original. So I didn't have any experience with this game until about 3 months ago, this series until about 3 months ago when I played the first Mafia game. And the reason that I started to play it was because I want to play all three of them before Old Country comes out at some point next year. So I played the first one not knowing anything about it. I loved it, and I'll tell you why I loved it. I went into it expecting a GTA clone. That is not what that game is at all. It doesn't really try to be GTA at all. The driving's not as fun, the missions aren't as varied, but what it does have that GTA doesn't really, in my opinion, is this cinematic driving narrative where every mission is important. Every mission drives the plot. There's something important that happens. It's interwoven with a lot of cutscenes, more cutscenes than you'd get in like a GTA game. A lot of compelling, interesting, well-voiced characters. Now, I did play the Definitive Edition, and it's my understanding that the voices are different in the Definitive Edition of the original. Not this one, and we'll get to that in a second. But regardless, I really enjoyed like the performances of the actors. I thought the characters were really interesting. I was really involved in the story, which is not what I expected for a game that I expected to be like GTA. The driving wasn't as fun, and the shootings maybe not quite as good. But well, the shooting actually was good, but that was probably because it was the remake, right? But anyway, I really enjoyed the first one, is what I'm saying. And this one, I didn't know if it was going to be different people. It turned out it was different people. But I expected something similar. And what I got at first wasn't that. For the first half of the game, I don't know why, but for the first half of the game, it really doesn't feel as different from a GTA game as the first one did. There wasn't as much story woven into the first half of the missions. I didn't think the characters were as interesting. I didn't think the story was as interesting. I thought it was a lot more generic, standard Goodfellas type, story. Whereas I didn't feel that way about the first one. It had a lot more character to me. So I didn't like the story as much, but it seemed like it was trying to be just more like GTA, because it was just like a lot of mission after mission. But it didn't have the things that GTA makes GTA good either. I'm specifically talking about GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, because those are the only ones I've played. Those missions are super fun. There's a lot of variety. This game didn't have that either. So it didn't really have either of the things that I like about, or what I was hoping I would get. And so I wasn't really enjoying this game nearly as much as the first one for the first half. Then, around the 60% mark, so deep into the game, the story gets a hell of a lot more interesting. And it goes back to what it did in the first game, where there was a lot more story interwoven in, a lot more important stuff actually happening during the missions that's actually driving the story forward. But it really took its sweet time. And by the end, it was right there with the first one, as far as the interesting story. But it really, really took its time. And I understand a little bit of a slow burn, but like it took too long, in my opinion. Now, there are a couple of exceptions in the earlier parts of the game, like the flashback war mission, the prison mission. But those are really the only two in the first half that are really that interesting to me. And I guess I understand, like, from a character building standpoint, why you want to build some of that up, but it just didn't go anywhere for a long time, and I don't really feel like it was necessary to go that long without having some interesting, compelling story. You should really always, if you're going to focus on story in a video game, you should kind of always be focusing on having a good story, not just saving it all to the end. So that was a curious choice to build the game like that for me, and I don't think I was a fan of it. But I did really, I loved the last 40% of the game about as much as the first one when it comes to the story. The other thing that I did not like, and this, I can't hold it against it as much, but I didn't know until I was already starting this game that it is not a ground-up remake. I guess it's just a remaster, because the controls are the same, the graphics are the same. So I was expecting an overhaul like I saw in the first Mafia game. I didn't get that here. Now, with the graphics, I don't care. I don't care about the graphics, whatever. But the controls matter a lot. The actual gameplay is very important, and the gameplay in this game, particularly the gun combat, is rough. It is the auto aim. This series has auto aim, which is fine, but it's very finicky. So it either needs to work or it doesn't need to work. I don't really have a strong opinion on whether you want to put auto aim in your game, because the game has pretty strong auto aim when it's working. But in this and in the first game, it worked like a charm. It almost was too good. But in this game, it was really finicky. It's very unpredictable. It got me killed a lot because I'd snap up and have that person's head right in the center of my screen, and it's just aiming totally somewhere else. The gunplay, the sensitivity is all weird. It is very hard to shoot in this game. Very, very hard. I think the driving was less fun too, although that wasn't really a big strong point for the first game either, but because the controls were a little bit rough, the driving was a little less fun too. Also, in the definitive edition of the first game, they took out, or they gave the option to toggle on and off like speeding and, you know, hit and run, like those kinds of crimes. And so the default is that those options are off in the definitive edition of the original, and I did not change that because I figured that would be a pain in the ass. And I was right, because in this game you don't have the option to turn those things off, at least it's not as far as I'm aware, or at least it's not the default option. And it was an absolute pain in the ass. Running from the cops because you ran over 5 pedestrians is one thing. Running from the cops because you went 55 and a 40? In what universe is that fun? I don't understand. I understand from a realism standpoint, I guess, but at the end of the day, that's not fun for me. And so I did not like that. And, you know, I guess aside from that, the main things are the story, the gameplay, particularly the gun combat and the driving. I think Mafia 1 Definitive Edition is better in all of those respects. I think the story was just as good toward the end in this one, but Mafia wins because the story is good from start to finish in that game, the first one. The gun combat's way better. The driving's more fun, although not a blast, but it's less restrictive. So I would say that Mafia 1 was better in every possible way. Now, the other big question would be, I still enjoyed it, to be fair. I still think this is quite a good game, especially with the story ramping up in the second half. I thought that was really, really interesting. That's the best part of these games so far, is the story. I feel like I'm watching like Goodfellas or something when this game is at its best. You know, it's scratching that same itch, and I really like that. The only other question would be, when I think about where I'm going to rank this, I'm going to think about like, well, okay, it is a little bit like GTA, so like, where's it going to rank with those? And it's probably going to rank higher than the GTA games that I played are ranked fairly low. Vice City is my favorite, but those games still have a lot of really frustrating shit in them. Oh, speaking of frustrating shit, I think I enjoyed this more because I just think the story is a lot more interesting in these games than in any of those GTA games that I mentioned. And I don't know, there's just something about the world that's more interesting to me. But the other thing that was really, really annoying was the checkpoint system in this game. The checkpoint system is rough, dude. It's not like GTA or some of the GTA games where if you fuck it up, you have to start the whole mission over, or the whole chapter, I guess, because this game doesn't have missions, it has chapters, but the chapters are big, you know, they can take an hour or more to get through. And there are checkpoints in the missions, but like sparse. There were several times that I would die and I'd lose 10 minutes progress, which may not sound like that much, but in a 40-minute mission, that's kind of a lot. To only have 4 checkpoints in a whole chapter, you know, I wasn't counting the checkpoints, but that's what it felt like. I would lose a lot of progress, and in tough parts too, where it's like you got to shoot through an entire building room by room, and if you die in any of those rooms, even the very last one, which did happen to me several times, you go all the way back to that building and you start over, and you got to kill 40 people. You know, it was a lot of that. I thought the checkpoint system could have been a little bit more generous, but I did still really enjoy the game. I still think that, you know, it holds an interesting place as a continuation of the Mafia universe. It was a completely different story, although it had some cheeky inner overlaps in a couple of spots. But it was mostly an entirely different story, but it still felt like a Mafia game. And I think this game fills a very interesting and necessary niche in the gaming world. I haven't played games that are quite like this. This blend of cinematic narrative storytelling, like Scorsese-like storytelling, coupled with a GTA type, more sandboxy kind of game. These games aren't sandboxy at all; they're very linear, but it kind of meshes those worlds in an interesting way that I don't think I've ever played before, and I really, really do enjoy the games in general. I just think the first one was better, and I think some of that, probably a lot of it, had to do with the fact that this game wasn't overhauled. If they had done a ground-up remake, I understand why they wouldn't, because this is a much newer game than the first Mafia, and it's probably expensive to do that. I get it, but at the end of the day, I think I would have enjoyed it more if it had better gun combat, better driving, better accessibility options for the driving, and a better checkpoint system. So, but I did really enjoy it. All right, that's it. We did it. Let's see if there's a post-credit scene or any of that nonsense. Nope. All right, that's it. Mafia 2, it's been fun, but we are now going to delete you from our console and never play you again. Bye. Appreciate you. All right, that's it. That is it for Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. We did it. Just brief roadmap for the next few days in case you're interested. We will be playing Mafia 3 at some point before Old Country comes out, whenever that ends up being. So probably soon, probably in the next 4 or 5 months, we'll be booting up Mafia 3. I don't know anything about that one, so I'm very curious to find out how the trilogy ended. So we will be playing that, but not anytime real soon. So keep an eye on that if you're interested. The next few days, the calendar is not very full right now. There's not a lot that's been announced release date wise. That will change when the Game Awards happens, whenever that ends up being. I think that's next month, though. There's not a lot on the calendar right now. So we've got Stalker 2 comes out tomorrow, November 20th, 2024. So we'll play that, and then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to play Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, because that just hit PS Plus, and I want to play it before the Soul Reaver remaster comes out in December. If I'm not able to beat it in November, and I beat it in December, Blood Omen, then I won't play Soul Reaver until later, because I don't play 2 games in a series and within the same calendar month. I never do that. Not for a long time. So we'll see how that goes. And that's possible because I'm going to be out of town for Thanksgiving and yada, yada, yada. So we'll see. But I will play it soon. So Blood Omen, but regardless, Legacy of Kain right after Stalker 2. After that, I'm not sure. It's going to be the holidays at that point. I don't know if there's going to be anything else announced. But the next new game is the Indiana Jones game comes out on December 9th. I'm very excited for that one. And in between that, there's some games on my short list that I need to beat. I'll just run through the short list real quick in case you're interested. These are the games that I'm looking at beating in the next couple of months, hopefully. Doom Eternal, Gears 5, Greedfall, GTA 5, we talked about Legacy of Kain. Mafia 3 at some point. That's it. Short list is getting shorter. Good. All those games are games that I'm trying to beat because there are sequels coming out. So, and then there's a few other games that I'd like to get to at some point. Oh, Kirby, the next Kirby Superstar, All-Star? Kirby Superstar. I want to play soon. That's the next retro game I want to play. I'll find some time for that at some point. And then, I don't know, after that, we'll see. So yeah, that's it. If you're still here and you watch the whole video, or even if you watch the very end, thank you. I appreciate you. It does mean a lot to me. I'll see you on the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.